As tensions between Russia and Ukraine continue, the effects are reaching outside of Eastern Europe. In an attempt to condemn Russia's alleged actions, the European Union placed sanctions on imports from Russia to the European Union.
On August 7th, in response to the European Union's sanctions on Russia, the country imposed similar sanctions back on the EU. This meant bans on meat, fruit and vegetables, and dairy products. This means a potential loss of up to €1 billion, with cheese industry facing the heaviest losses. In 2013, 13% of all dairy exports from the EU went to Russia.
Yes, of course, we've seen major, let's say, impact to European dairy industry. Other sectors too, but dairy industry most probably was one of the most affected. It's not fully materialized yet. We know, roughly speaking, we are talking about at least hundreds of millions, if not billions of euros damages to dairy industry.
The EU attempted to give some aid to the cheese industry by opening private storage aid on September 5, 2014. However, the scheme was closed only 2 weeks later because of a disproportionate surge in requests from a certain member state who did not have significant exports to Russia. The numbers clearly point to Italy as the member state responsible for this. Imagine 1 cube of cheese represents 5,000 tons of cheese. Italy requested this much in aid for storage. Just under 85,000 tons. But in 2013, they exported this much to Russia. Around 7,500 tons. That means they requested storage for 10 years' worth of exports to Russia. The next highest amount requested was from Ireland, with just over 7,000 tons. Even though Italy took advantage of the EU's aid, experts say it wasn't necessarily their fault. The scheme was flawed from the beginning. Italy just used what was available. The European dairy industry now waits for closure on the issues, either the end of the Russian and European sanctions or further European Union aid for their products.
It was rather general and not very targeted, and we would like to see a second phase or second development where more targeted action is put in place, especially in these affected sectors, and preferably in a way that it would actually give some alleviation to those farmers and those businesses that were directly affected.
For DMJX, I'm Emerald O'Brien.